At my own parents' lavish party, my brother humiliated me in front of everyone. You didn't even pay anything. He threw those words like I was a stranger, like I didn't belong to this family anymore, and I just stood there, a glass in my hand, my heartbeat uneven, all eyes on me, and my aunt's laughter, that laughter that always managed to break something inside me. Well, obviously, we're the ones who actually do the work. Some people are just there for the name, my aunt added, her tone dripping with poison, and people around the table started laughing, the same people I grew up with, the same faces, yet tonight they all felt like strangers. I didn't say anything. I just reached for my coat, picked it up slowly, and walked out without looking at anyone. The sound of the door closing, like the end of a chapter, or maybe the beginning of one. Outside, the night was cold, that familiar Los Angeles chill, with a trace of moisture in the air and reflections of city lights stretched across the pavement. I took a deep breath, but the tightness inside me didn't ease. Those words kept echoing in my head. You didn't even pay anything. I closed my eyes, and suddenly I was back 3 weeks earlier, sitting alone in my apartment, the kitchen light off, only the faint glow of the refrigerator lighting up the room, me hunched over my laptop. The credit card statement, a long list, catering, decorations, band, lighting, everything, every single charge, under my name, on my card. I had told myself back then, it's okay, just this one last time, just once, and then I'll finally set myself free. And today, those same people, that same family, humiliated me in front of everyone. I stood by the curb, time felt frozen, then I pulled out my phone, stared at a number on the screen for a moment, and finally made the call. Hello, this is Mark, catering manager. I spoke quietly, Mark, it's time. A pause, then his voice, calm and certain, understood. I'll be there in an hour. I ended the call, walked toward my car, but instead of getting in, I leaned against the door, trying to steady myself. 1 hour, just 1 hour. Inside, the party went on, music, laughter, probably even jokes about me. She always overreacts. Yeah. I had heard it all before, again and again. Memories came rushing back, childhood, that small house in New Jersey, where my brother was always the hero, and I, just a shadow. His little league baseball games, my parents cheering, and me, standing on the sidelines, quiet. Then college, then work. I built everything on my own, earned it all, lived independently. And him? Still living off our parents' money, yet all the praise? Always his. I opened my eyes, time had passed. I checked my watch, almost an hour. And then, the door opened. I walked back inside, same lights, same noise. But this time, something inside me had shifted. My brother saw me, smirked. Oh, you're back? What happened? Went out to figure out how to pay? Laughter, again. I said nothing, just stood to the side. And right then, the door opened again. Mark walked in, dressed in a black suit, serious expression, a folder in his hand. Excuse me, his voice cut through the room, firm enough to command attention. We seem to have an issue. My father stepped forward, confused. What issue? Mark opened the folder. Regarding the payment. My brother jumped in quickly. Oh, that's already been taken care of, we've cleared everything. Mark shook his head. No, actually, all payments were made using a single card. Silence, absolute silence. And that card, he looked directly at me, belongs to her. Every eye turned toward me again, the same eyes, but this time, something else filled them, shock, discomfort, shame. My aunt's face lost color, my brother's smile vanished. That's not possible, he muttered under his breath. For the first time, I spoke. My voice was soft, but steady. Yes, it is. I stepped forward. Every bill, every payment, everything. My words hung in the air, each one landing like a quiet, impossible to ignore. My father tried to say something, but nothing came out. And then, that moment, that realization. I took a deep breath. I never asked for credit. I never complained, but tonight, you all turned me into someone I'm not. Silence. So I thought, the truth should come out. Mark closed the folder quietly, and walked out. And I stood there, but I wasn't the same person who had walked out an hour ago. I tightened my grip on my coat, and turned toward the door. No one stopped me. No apology. Just silence. Outside, I looked up at the sky. The night was still the same, but I wasn't. I got into my car, sat there for a moment, hands resting on the steering wheel. Then I started the engine. Turned on the radio, some old song playing softly. I allowed myself a faint smile. When I got home, I opened the door, silence inside, the same apartment, the same refrigerator light glowing faintly. I slipped off my shoes, walked straight into the kitchen, poured myself a glass of water. Checked the clock. 3 a.m. I looked out the window, the city asleep. And for the first time, I felt awake. I whispered to myself, it's over. Not the family, they'll always exist. But that version of me, the one they defined, the one they dismissed, that version was gone. I took a deep breath, and turned off the light. Darkness, but peaceful. And maybe, just maybe, a new beginning. If this story touched you even a little, please take a moment to like and subscribe for more emotional, real-life inspired stories like this. Your support truly helps this channel grow and keeps these stories coming. Thank you so much for watching and for being here till the end. I really appreciate you.